No, you're going to be talking about racism if you mention one word. That word is what you're supposed to be trying to produce as a replacement for racism. And that's the, even my website, Produce Justice. 2 words. Everybody should be about the business of producing justice. Why? Because justice is something that hasn't been produced anywhere on the planet. So any conversation that involves people, you should always be thinking about and talking about producing a product called justice. And what is justice? Guaranteeing that no person is mistreated and guaranteeing that the person that needs help the most gets the most constructive help at the time and place that that person needs it. Now, if you talk about any one of those 2 subjects, persons being mistreated, and number 2, persons who need help the most, you're going to be talking about racism. And that conversation is going to lead smack into it. There's no way to talk about those 2 things, people being mistreated and or people who need help the most in any one or more areas of activity: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. If you start off a conversation like that or engage in a conversation like that, because most conversations are going to lead anyway to someone saying that they're being mistreated on a job or something, all right? Somewhere along the line, that's going to come up. And if the conversation isn't about someone being mistreated, the conversation most likely is going to be about someone needing help.
Yes.
People like to talk about if they need help. They'll talk about they need help. I mean, because everybody needs help. At some time or another, or most of the time, or all of the time, you need some type of help. Even if it's no more than just getting information about what the bus schedule is for today, or what traffic is going to be like, or whether or not it's going to rain. You need help. All right? That's why it's all about question marks.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So you just start off. I mean, or you take part in a conversation based on those 2 things. Keep those things in mind. This is what you bring up, because all your conversations are supposed to be about something constructive anyway. Otherwise, you shouldn't be saying anything. No one should be saying anything if it's not constructive conversation, according to compensatory logic. See, so a constructive conversation is going to always be about guaranteeing that nobody's mistreated, ultimately, and guaranteeing that the person that needs help the most gets the most constructive help. And you will find that if all you have to do is just start off talking about producing justice and guaranteeing that no one is mistreated and guaranteeing that the person that needs help the most gets the most constructive help.
Yes, sir.
And that is automatically going to lead somewhere along the line. Might take a little while. It's going to lead into somebody making a remark about race. Then that's when you plunge in all the way. Okay. But you don't bring it up, because people have a tendency to say, I'm not thinking about no race and racism and whatnot. I mean, what are you talking to me about that for? Are you trying to sell something or something? People are becoming, they become nervous if you start off that.
Yes.
So it's a scientific way of doing everything. So you just talk about non-justice. And there's no way to talk about non-justice on this planet on a grand scale without talking about race.